They're racing immediately. But a champion becomes a legend. Ka Ying Rising wins it again.
Yes, yes, yes. Wins the Everest. Glen wins another big one.
We are at the Woodstock Hotel in Sydney's Golden West for Who's the Boss? Glen Boss. You know it's the big race day around the corner when we get the pump in. Jim Cassidy, great to see you again, mate.
Always good to be back with Who's the Boss, and certainly back here at this magnificent hotel.
Yeah.
Beers are cold, boys.
Mate, how good's this place?
Unbelievable.
Loving it. Woodstock Hotel. How many beers you had, Pumps?
Close to 7. So
Okay. Well, I'm on my second. Very
not
good
here to
beers.
play marbles.
Wheels are oiled, so to speak. The brand new Woodstock Hotel out here at Rooty Hill in Sydney's West, it's magnificent. So if you're in the area, if you need somewhere to come and relax on a Saturday afternoon, for instance, and watch a few good races, fantastic sports bar that we're right in here. As you can see, it's well stocked.
The food is fantastic
Food's
already.
good too.
Food's
Yep.
good. Little back bar out the back for the smokers, the beer drinkers that like to get out in the sun. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sports bar's amazing. How good is this?
Exactly.
You can always see the jockeys change their mind. That TV is so good.
They never do that, do they?
Yeah, of course
Not
they
today.
do. Most of them don't even make up their mind.
So this weekend we've got a fantastic, and this
Yeah.
next hour or so, or just underneath, will be predominantly about horse racing, a little bit about life, because I don't know where you're going to turn this vehicle that we're driving, but it could be anywhere.
We're here to have a bit of fun and a bit of insight.
Yeah.
But great racing coming up over the weekend.
amazing.
Melbourne, Sydney. It's the great time of the year. It's the great time of the next 6 weeks.
Yeah.
What about this race, though, Pumps? This race called the Everest. It has just evolved and evolved. Every year it's doing that, right? So people are now saying, do you know, have you got a tip in the Everest? And you go, Caulfield Cup's on the same day, and they go, oh, what's in the Caulfield Cup? That's what this has done, this race. It's unbelievable.
It really has. It's Peter Volante's team. To make something successful, you must have a good team behind you.
Yep.
He's had that. He took the punt. He pictured the Everest a few years back. The stage that it's got to so quick.
Ninth year this year, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
And now it's going to have a TV audience close to 300 million around the world.
amazing.
Thanks to a certain horse.
Yeah, I mean,
Ka Ying Rising.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the gravity of this event now. It's got so big, so quick.
It's a masterstroke that they've got. It is not a masterstroke. The horse needs to be good enough. The owners and the trainer, David Hayes, needs to be willing enough to fly it somewhere else,
Ka Ying
get it out of its cover.
Yep.
It could stay in Hong Kong and just have the picket
All
fence.
big races need a headline horse.
Yeah.
We've had Winks, we've had Sunline, we've had Northerly, we've had Might and Power, Mackay Diva. Every big race, every season, we need a headline horse. And man, have they got one this year.
Absolutely. So
They got one this year.
odds-on favourite. We'll get your thoughts on the exact race a bit later on. I was thinking today about how, because Peter Volantes was speaking earlier this week about, okay, that the Everest can't just stand still. It has to evolve. It can't just be what it is now in 10 years' time. The only way I think they can make it evolve even more, and this is a controversial one, tell me what you think, is to put lights up at Randwick and make it at 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, go hard. It'd be fantastic. I think it'd be fantastic. The facility's great. The venue's great. They can get the people there. They've got everything. Everything's a plus. Whether they do it or not, I don't know. But me saying now, it's a plus.
It's the next step.
It's
It's the next step.
It would be.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's the next step. Make it at night. Make it the last race. Fireworks after it. A concert.
Bossy,
Honestly,
interrupting.
make it a
How
big
big is
event.
Dubai under lights?
I mean, any event you go
Do
to.
that in Australia under lights
Yeah.
at the Everest, at Randwick. Phew.
That's the only thing I can think of, because you look at how you want to grow the worldwide audience, because this is a worldwide event. It's, wow, $20 million, even though the Australian dollar isn't at the top. It's still a lot of money wherever
money.
you are. in
Takes
the
you a
world.
long way on a bus.
Oh, a lot of bread and milk when you're wasting.
That would be 10 o'clock in the morning in England, perfect prime time late afternoon in Hong Kong, where they bet for fun over there, so your whirlpool's going to be, I don't know, that's the only thing, because earlier this week they sold out. Like kids, it's a big kids market. I mean, as in kids, as in like 20-year-olds, not like 40-year-olds or 50-year-olds, but they'll get 50,000 there. You want to keep it evolving.
Have you seen a lot of the audiences from Victoria?
Yeah.
40% or 35% of the actual participants going to the races are from interstate. That says a lot about this.
Yeah, it says a lot about it. Certainly does.
Yeah, but also we've got the Caulfield Cup, and I'm interested in your thoughts about how, because Caulfield and the Melbourne Racing Club could have pushed back against this and gone, no, this is our day, this is our day. It feels like they've kind of gone with them because they know we can't stop the tide. So let's make it a great race day, which for us is a benefit.
Listen, at the end of the day, betting, our game is run on turnover. Okay, it's going against the Everest, right? Yeah. The Caulfield Cup, but it's their biggest day of turnover. So like you say, you're swimming against the tide if you go against the Everest because it's not a good race, but it's great for itself, but it's great for racing in general.
But for the punters, no matter where you are, I'm going to be in Narrabri. I'm still going to bet on the Caulfield Cup.
Of course you are.
I'm still going to bet on the Everest. So these two great races that we've got on one day is amazing that we've got that in Australia for a start.
How good is it? I was thinking about this today, Pumper, coming here. Like, we went through an amazing era of racing, and I sometimes say that was some of the best. But can you imagine being a participant in our sport right now, whether you're a jockey, a trainer, or an owner, to be involved in racing as we know it right now? Not only the prize money, but the choices that you have, that you can pivot and go either direction. It's incredible what's going on in Australian racing right now.
I think for guys that sit back and syndicate, I think it's got to be a big thing soon and keep getting bigger because it gives the punters that are sitting in front of me today an opportunity at a small cost to be in a share, to be involved in any race, whether it's the Caulfield Cup, the Melbourne Cup, the Golden Slipper, the Everest, any race that we can talk about and think about, Group 1s, it gives them all a chance. We've seen it over the years, and I just think with the prize money now and the expense individuals have to pay to have horses trained with overheads, syndication, to give people the opportunity to be in this position that we're in tonight talking about these great races.
It might be like, are we hearing something like pumpers syndication coming up? Or something?
It could be a good thing. We've got Who's the Boss? Yeah. We can call it
Ring-a-ding-ding syndications.
Exactly. Ring-a-ding-ding. Give me a ring. We'll fix you up.
What about this year's Everest? It's a really good addition this year. Obviously, the headline act is Ka Ying Rising, and he's just brought so much into this race. But
what do you make of what happened a few days ago with the rumour? The rumours on Sunday night that this thing was, I don't know, he'd lost a leg in the barn or something like that.
Well, I took $1.65 earlier after he galloped.
Yeah.
I reckon as he went over the line, I started betting $1.65. There would be a rumour. And I've already been paid.
Isn't that the world we live in? That you've got these big corporate bookmakers that can fall into that trap.
Horse racing is gambling.
Yes. Yeah. So you weren't surprised when something like that came out because David Hayes is all of a sudden his phone's lighting up saying, is everything okay with your horse?
It happens every year, but now
it does.
With the platform of these things, the noise has just turned up. Yeah, there was always something going on. Oh, mate, we'd be at track work one day. What have you heard that horse is lame? But because we didn't have these things back in the day, or the platforms got bigger, it kind of was just a rumour. Now the rumours are so big, it's got to the point that it can actually change a betting company to wind out the odds on a
You don't need a pigeon, you need a phone.
Well, Jimmy Star got backed off the map when that rumour went. He went from double figures in.
Yeah.
He's kind of stayed there.
No wonder he did with a name like Jimmy.
Yeah, there you go.
Or brother the pump.
But back in your day when you were riding, were you ever on something that you saw as a real good chance in a good race, and then all of a sudden word got around that all was not well on the horse, and you start to shit yourself and go, oh no.
Don't know about Bossy. I loved it. They blew in the betting.
Yeah. Didn't stop them winning, didn't it, Pumps?
No way.
Never stopped them winning.
And you had to be a good ride. You still get them home.
Yep.
So you just had to
just ignore them. Listen, like I said, these things have been going on from the start of racing. There's always someone who's got an opinion, or they'll throw something out there to start some sort of conversation, which generally is wrong or a lie. But now social networks have got a bigger platform, and that's what I can't believe. These betting companies have fallen into this trap. It's a joke.
Rumours sell papers. They fluctuate the market. It's always going to be there.
Yeah.
It was there before I started riding. I've been retired 11 years. We've got the greatest race on turf, the Everest, and people are there trying to knock the favourite. Didn't they see him trial?
Yeah.
Were they blind?
But it's just an opinion.
Stevie Wonder rang me, God bless him, and said how well he trialled.
So that was the
He told
trial.
me how well he trialled.
Was that the trial at Randwick or the Gallop on Monday at Canterbury?
I didn't have to see the Gallop on Monday at Canterbury. I haven't seen it, I'll be honest. Haven't seen it.
I watched the trial and I rang Zach about 3 hours later and I said, how are they going to stop that? And
What
then
information did he give you?
No,
Come on.
No, listen, he told me the truth. He said, listen, he's going to have to be better race day. He told me, listen, the track was soft. He got completely lost on the outside of the track.
No wonder.
And he said to me, Bossy,
The course proper, he was 3 hands off the outside fence.
I understand all that.
Of course they're going to get lost.
But Zach, to his credit, he doesn't bullshit. He said, listen, Bossy, he's going to have to be better race day.
He's my son-in-law. I don't know about that.
Because, listen, he's got a lot of respect for our sprinters. This is no pushover. I know he's short price favourite, but I'm telling you, he is no pushover.
We'll get your definitive tip a bit later on, but what makes you, when you say lost, and does that translate to having your first look like the horse did? Because he's used to Sha-Tin. He's used to running around there and blitzing everything.
I rode 2 very good horses. An indication to you friends. I rode a horse for Bart Cummings called Shaftesbury Avenue. He was getting set for the Lightning and the Newmarket. I trialled him 10 days before the Lightning. And Bart said to me, Jock, get him lost. Let him stargaze. Let him get out wide so he can have a look. I said, yeah, good, boss. I said, why do I do that? He said, because it won't happen race day then. He'll be focused. He's already had a look. And I done it with another horse called Zoostar before I won my 100 at Flemington. I didn't tell Waller, they were dirty on me and the other 10 owners, but anyhow, you know now, Chris. I done it deliberately. I sat back, I let them all go. I got to the 100 at the Flemington. Pump let him run round the corner. I said, he'll win me 100 for me. Unbeatable. Just back to your nosebleeds. So I come back and I never forgot. I had Bart Cummings, the champ, the king, and Chris Waller that I rode 2 horses for. They got lost, they stargazed, they had a look, but they focused on race day. And I think Ka Ying Rising,
falls into that category, yeah.
Falls into that category. All the horses were wide that day on the track. He was probably 3-4 horses off the outside fence.
No, correct.
The other 2 were inside him. I was actually up in the tower at the top of the straight, and they were coming towards me. They swung wide. I was so impressed he never moved.
No.
He did quieter than a mouse.
I did a very similar thing when I won it on Yes, Yes, Yes. We took him, the race meet, there was a race meeting on the Wednesday at Randwick, and we took him there because he had first-time blinkers. We wanted him to go through the enclosure, and I went out there and went 37 on him last 600, which is a walk for those horses. But it was all about getting him familiar with the blinkers on at Randwick, and I got off and said this horse will win the Everest. Like he canted up in 37.
I must say, Bossy, I had a function at my place a couple of weeks before the Everest, and I had 30 people there, guys, ladies, and I had the great man there, and everyone was asking for a tip. What can you win on earlier in the day? He said, forget about the whole day. I will win the Everest on Yes, Yes, Yes. And he did.
But it's just, these horses, when they come race day, they're so competitive. You don't want them competitive on a trial. You actually don't want them competitive in a gallop. You just want to make sure they're healthy. They actually can leave it there. So you don't want that.
And come race day on that day, he has, at the 400, exploded out of a cannon. There's very few horses that you remember how quickly they sprint when you're watching, and I clearly remember that. Sitting on the thing, did it feel like, whoa?
Yeah, he broke 10 there for a furlong, which is only reserved for some of the very best, but he still holds a track record at over 1,200 metres at Randwick. And if they get a very fast deck on the weekend, they'll lower that record, I'm pretty confident.
Yeah. Which they should. I mean, it's 30 degrees as we sit here today, and it's going to be 30 tomorrow, I think.
That's the exciting thing about this race. We've got Australia's best sprinters. We've got probably the best sprinter in the world. They're saying, is he going to be good enough to beat our sprinters here?
What are you thinking? What do you think?
Well, if I was right, if I had the choice to ride any horse in the race, I would pick him.
Yeah, of course.
Not because he's $1.60, but his record stands up. As you know, Glenn, travelling the world, riding different horses, he's got to travel here, he's got to settle in. To me, he looks as if he's done that.
Yeah.
He looked big in the trial. I think he's come through the trial well. I didn't see his gallop on Monday, but listening to Zach and David Hayes saying he needed that good hit out, he got it. Probably, maybe, I don't know, could have done a little bit more, given him a squeeze, whether they didn't want to see him get beat in the trial squeezing him. But he obviously went out and had a very good gallop the next day, couple of days later on Monday at Canterbury. So my choice, I think they may have to tie a string on his tail to keep up with him.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. With the 1200 at Randwick, and I don't know about you guys, it feels like they've stopped watering tracks for the sake of watering tracks. They've let the track kind of become a bit firm this spring. Like Caulfield was quick on the weekend. This will be quick on the weekend.
Yeah.
As they should.
You want an even deck for everybody. You want a safe, even
You want to give
deck.
everyone a chance, don't you?
You know what I mean? Yeah, correct.
Everyone a chance. Horses, jockeys, owners, they're paying the bills.
Anywhere in the
All a
world,
chance.
you turn up and they don't water tracks to suit certain horses.
No.
It is what it is. You turn up, that's the deck you're getting dealt with, and that's what you're riding on for the day. That's it.
What do you have to get right at the 1200 at Randwick? And I'll ask this about all the big
very-
races on the weekend. We'll get to Caulfield in a moment.
It's very easy. The 1200 Randwick's got a kink and then a slight kink and a turn. But the part of the race that you have to get right is the first 100 metres. You must get that first. You want to break at least on terms. You don't want to be, even if you're a back marker A pump, you want to break on terms because that's the very important part of the race. The next 100 metres, you want to get your spot, and more importantly, you want to find the horse that you want to be around.
Exactly. You want to be out of the way of the slow ones that aren't going to take you into the race. The favourite's probably not going to have too much trouble. He's going to be first three somewhere.
Yeah.
A length off him, half a length off him. I would say a length, maybe a length and a half. Depends how it pans out, as we'll talk about later. And then go to sleep and just wait, travel, ride the race.
Doesn't matter what even the sprint race, you want your horse relaxed. It doesn't. Hey, that's one of your first things. You want to
give them
jump,
a skitch and then let them travel.
But you need them breathing and you need them relaxed underneath you because there's nowhere to hide when you're going to run 1.8. There's nowhere to hide. You need all the energy you can.
You click your fingers, it's all over. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
You make a mistake as a jockey, you live with it for the rest of your life. $20 million race, the greatest race on turf, the Everest. You want everything to go right. Whether you're on the worst horse or the best horse, you just want everything to go right. So you can come back and say to your trainer and owner, everything went great.
So we're looking at Ka Ying Rising. Let's look at the dangers. What do you think are the dangers, Pumps? What?
Well, Jimmy Star, because of the name.
Yeah, you can't leave Jimbo out.
Listen, Jimmy
cannot
Star was
leave
a
Jimmy
chance.
Star out.
Barry draw and the way he gets ridden, he doesn't win often. He's a brilliant horse, but his running style doesn't permit him to win too often. That's what's reflects in his
I've written
career.
one thing down on my form.
Yeah.
And I done no form when I was riding. But because we're here tonight, I've written down something so I don't forget it. When I was out there on the day, I didn't forget it. I've written down back as a back marker. Is he good enough to come from behind?
No.
All of them?
No.
All of them? I don't believe so.
See, these horses like Lady Shenandoah, who are going to be fronting Jolly Star, Barissa, these horses can break 33 seconds. Like, they'll run 33 sub.
They are going to have to run 33.
So he can't, mathematically, it's impossible for him to give them even a length start. He's not quick enough. As good as he is, I very much doubt whether he can win.
So there's Jolly Star, who's in the market, single figures.
Yep.
We've mentioned Briasa as well. He's somehow at a price that he is. Lady Shenandoah is a ridiculous price because
Can't believe that.
3 weeks ago she was half that
Second
price.
favourite.
And because she had a bad experience, or not a bad experience, she just didn't, fire totally at Moonee Valley. All of a sudden,
Valley can do that to many horses. I've seen better horses than her come undone there.
at Moonee Valley, and then bounce back.
It brings them
Bounce
undone.
back.
It can bring them
100%.
undone.
Valley can bring them all undone.
She's a horse that can win.
Yeah.
She is the horse that can win. She's got the sectionals. She's got the racing style. She's a proper horse. I can't believe J-Mac is not actually riding her. I thought he would be riding her.
Yeah, I was very surprised about that because I thought Jolly Star, and I'll be honest, I didn't have a bet that day, and I was filthy because I thought Jolly Star was unbeatable.
Yeah, first up.
She's a Zoo Star mare.
Yeah.
She's very, very good. And I was filthy because I couldn't believe the odds they bet. Now, that's my only query. Me as a trainer, I'm not going to even think of saying anything about Chris Waller, but being second up,
She had a trial, though.
she had a trial. She was very quiet in the trial.
She was very
She
quiet.
was 8 lengths behind him.
I know.
He was going half pace.
Yeah.
Half pace. I mean, to say she needed more than toothpaste to get anywhere near him. Anywhere near him.
I think Briasa is a big one because he's had a very good prep. He went there. First up, he was huge in condition, and obviously Jolly Star breezed past him. But then he's come out second up, a tighter animal. You know, Johnny Hawkes is very meticulous about the way he...
time too, Glenn. I looked at that. His sectionals, and that's all I looked at because I know the horse, Ka Ying Rising, what time he can run. Now, if he brings his A game here, for what I've looked at for his competitors, they can't run the sectionals that he runs.
Yeah, but you cannot.
They cannot.
You cannot compare.
I know that.
Hong Kong times.
I know that.
Because they race on a very quick deck. Honestly, I've ridden there as you have.
Yeah, I know.
You cannot compare. It's like these horses that come from Japan. They run these incredible times. You cannot compare
Because
it.
they're running on.
Mate, they're running on the fastest decks you've ever
fastest
seen.
decks.
And they're very flat decks. We don't run on those surfaces. So, for mine, I put a pen through that. Because you're dealing with different
I think you can
surfaces.
run on a track with the dig out of it, that much, cushion, bump. If they're going to have to be within half a length of him at the 100 to say, can I beat you or can't you, as a jockey looking. And, geez, I'd love to be Zach 100 out, haven't moved.
No doubt.
Would you like to be Zach the night before, head hitting the pillow, thinking I'm on this good thing in a $20 million
Piece
race?
of cake, mate.
Zach doesn't care.
Piece
Doesn't
of
he?
cake, mate.
It's a piece of cake.
You worry about it the next day, not the night before.
Yeah, that's it. He would have done his homework.
Get
Zach's
to
an
bed, have a
absolute-
whiskey.
He's a pro.
He's a pro. He's married to my daughter, so I'm not going to say throw your leg over and go to sleep, but a pump would have.
Well, that's apparently that's all about his prep.
Now,
Great preparation.
I've heard of supportive parenting, but that's taken it to a new level. With Zach, like, do you become immune to it? You guys rode in these races all the time. And yeah, it's a $20 million race, but it's a
Big
Melbourne Cup.
days. You don't look at the money, you worry about your horse and you back yourself. Any big race, I'll go to the Caulfield Cup, might and power. I'm standing in the mounting yard, I back Jack Denham's ability, I looked at the horse, I didn't have to hit him with a whip, I could hit him with a hammer and it wouldn't have dented him. He was fit, hard, ready to go. I had to do the finishing touches, so that was the day I was focused on. The night before I didn't worry about. Done me sauna, as Glen would do, and get your preparation right. Get up in the next morning, go to the races, and I'm sure Zach will be thinking the same thing. Race day, focus, couple rides before, working into the day.
It pumps. It's when
Imagine Glen Boss going into his third Melbourne Cup, Mackay Diva. I reckon his butt would have been going like that, don't you? Worrying about the night before. Worry about the walking out of the mounting yard. I mean to say, that's what brings the good jockeys. That's where the cream comes to the top.
Yeah.
Glen Boss, Damien Oliver, Pumper, Zach Purden, Nash Ruella. We see the good jockeys, cream comes to the top. And it's the greatest race on turf. He'll be ready for it.
Yeah, I mean, you have so much. What it becomes is you have so much trust in the athlete that you're just about to ride.
Yep.
You have so much trust in what you know exactly what he can do at any given moment, and more so, you have so much trust in your ability to execute. You know, listen, Zach's he would have many scenarios about what's going to happen in the Everest, so he would have covered all these scenarios. He knows exactly what he's going to have to do. And he's going to back himself because he knows he's on the best horse in the race.
He ain't going to have to do much. He's going to be in the first three. They're going to ride the horse I would go out thinking they're going to run. Are they going to break 1.8, or they're going to run? You're going to ride them to run 1.8.20. Any horse that can break that, they're going to beat me.
Yeah.
You're going to be first three. Give him a nice ride. Keep him out of trouble. Keep him balanced. Stop the rise.
See ya.
Time to go.
Yeah.
See you later. Thanks for coming. Take the $1.90. Don't be shy.
The more you put on, the more you get back.
The more you bet, the more you
Bet
win.
responsibly.
Of
But
course,
please
responsibly.
bet responsibly.
Yeah, exactly. Now, before we move on with some of the other stories at the
Yeah.
other races and some backstories, Caulfield Cups, etc., I've got to mention our good friends at AirTouch. Now,
Yes.
obviously, warming up, as we found in Sydney this week. Perfect time to get the AirTouch Bossy and have it on your phone. You just go, boom, boom, 23.5 degrees. Thank you very much. That'll be set when I get home. Automated air conditioning for your home in the palm of your hand.
Well, tomorrow's going to be 32.
Yuck.
What's going to be out here? So if you haven't got AirTouch,
Yeah.
you're in trouble. You know, get AirTouch. Like you say, I'm driving home from golf, as we would be. Burnout, hot.
Hot.
All I want to do is go home to a nice, cool house. I just preset it before I get home. Done.
Walk
in.
Shoes off.
Strip off my clothes,
That's
and I'm beautiful.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a bad
I'm
story.
glad that's
a visual you don't want.
I'm glad that
Sorry.
story ended there, but thank you to AirTouch if you're still with us after that particular. No, airtouch.net.au, they're great supporters of Who's the Boss. Before we get to Caulfield Cup, got to mention the King Charles. It's a $5 million
What a great race.
kind of the second race on Everest Day. It's the old George Main Stakes. They repurposed it. As Racing New South Wales does, they went, how can we make a big deal of this? We'll put $5 million into it and we'll give the winner a crown.
Yeah.
It's literally
I know it is, yeah.
it's an amazing trophy, or a trophy. It's an ornament that you win,
Basically.
But damn good race. It's even got some good milers. And Pride of Jenny has made her way up the highway again from Melbourne. Mr. Brightside is there as well. A couple other good chances.
Fangirl.
Yeah, Fangirl, who 1,600 metre, 1,400 metre specialist at Randwick. Chris Waller. What do we reckon, boys? The mile at Randwick as opposed to the 1,200. A bit more thought has to go.
Oh,
into it.
absolutely. I think for mine, Mr. Brightside, he's the bar. He's the best miler in Australia without a doubt. His form is impeccable. Pride of Jenny's, she's not going to get a walk in the park like she did the other day.
No.
Royal Patronage, trained by Gay Waterhouse. He's going to be trailing her on her hammer the whole way, which takes.
It's just going to be pressurising her.
It's going to be pressurised
because
because that's his chance to win.
100%.
So then you've got horses like Mr. Brightside, who's going to be in that stalking position. He's the horse. He's got the sectionals. He's got the record. He loves Randwick.
Loves the mile.
He just loves winning this horse. So and I just love watching him race. So watching him race. Fangirl obviously is the back marker who's going to be ripping home late, but I don't think she can give Mr. Brightside much start and beat him.
How would you ride Pride of Jenny? Would you ride her like she has been ridden in races, Pumper? Because you didn't mind doing that, taking the initiative.
Yeah, well, it depends on the horse, but that's her pattern of racing.
Yeah.
You don't take her out of what she's used to, just no matter what race it is. Is she going to be pressurised? I think she is. So it's going to keep her racing up tempo that little bit more than he may like. But then again, he's not scared to let her rip. So,
yeah.
But I'm with Glenn. Look, Mr. Brightside, he's one of the toughest horses I've seen. And to train him, he must be easy.
The only thing
He
I will
turns up
say,
every time.
the only thing I will say about Mr. Brightside, if we get a really firm deck, that's the only one that can bring him undone.
A little bit older.
Well, he has problems with firm decks.
I think the race is going to be set up a little bit for Fangirl.
Yeah.
It's going to give her a chance. She loves Randwick.
What about Royal Patronage, though?
Yeah, look,
I'm telling you,
you can't leave Gay's horse out. He's going to be there. I backed him in a Doncaster when he ran second.
Yeah.
And he was a little bit stiff.
He's a proper horse.
But he's typically one of Gay's. He's going to be on speed. When the chips are down, he's going to be there.
He's going to be there.
And his
You
number's
have to
going to
put
be
him
in
in
the
your
frame
top three.
somewhere. You've got to put him in.
Top three.
I'd have him top four. If you're taking trifectas or first fours, don't leave him out because he's a war horse. He digs in deep.
Yeah, it's got depth as well, as you'd expect, a $5 million
Of
race
course
over
it's
the mile.
got
But
depth.
Pericles as well, and Tom Kitten. And
Well,
all
Pericles
that.
is going to be probably right behind Royal Patronage. He'll probably be in that stalking position. So they're not going to be 6 or 8 lengths off Pride of Jenny. These horses, these jockeys are woken up to it. They want to be
Pericles,
close.
I'm glad you mentioned it because
The Blue
I had a little
Jackets.
wager on it last week and it was stiff. Like it's a genuine chance. It's in the race.
And you got Lake Forest, the Haggis runner, and he's got an amazing ability to bring a horse down here and
Isn't his
fight.
record here unbelievable?
I think it's 11 wins from 25 runners.
Yeah, incredible. He brings the right horses.
That's what you call a horse trainer.
Exactly.
Travel anywhere you like and you still get to peak on the day.
Now, Jimmy, the Caulfield Cup, it's the time-honoured Caulfield Cup. It's the one that's been around forever, and it should have this aura about it because it's a great race. And, okay, you got the Everest, but I think it's complements Caulfield Cup Day in a way. But the race itself, you've won a couple. The Might and Power one obviously is famous, where you've just the greatest celebration of all time. You just held the hand up for
Straight up. Thanks for coming.
300 metres. Thanks for coming at the 600, which you've told on Who's the Boss. But Diatribe's a good yarn as well because, you know, you Kiwis like winning at sport in Australia, and you've got the Kiwi colour, like literally the silver fern on.
What a day that was with the silver fern. Look, I actually had my first ride in the Melbourne Cup for George Hanlon. And then when I got asked about George Hanlon, I said, how good would it be to win a Caulfield Cup for George? To get a ride on one of George's.
So he's a legendary Victorian trainer.
Oh, look, magnificent trainer. He's the way he's trained stayers throughout the years, all over Australia. It's been phenomenal. And I was lucky enough to win the Rosehill Guineas on Diatribe, and I seen him running the Turnbull. And I can honestly say I was never a jockey that would ring up and neck another jockey off a ride.
Do many do that?
Oh, there's plenty.
Sorry.
It's all right, Bob.
What are you right?
Please have some water or drink out of the pump or stubby holder, mate. It'll help your throat. But I can honestly say that. Anyhow, I'm watching the Turnbull. I'm at Rosehill. I didn't have a ride in the Turnbull this day. And I seen Diatribe run. And I'd won the Caulfield Guineas on him. Anyhow, I rang Mr. Hanlon after the race. I was on the race course when I rang him. I asked the stewards if I could ring him.
What, at Randwick?
At Randwick.
Yeah.
It was about 20 minutes or 10 minutes after the race, I reckon. I said, Mr. Hanlon, I'm in the stewards' room. I've got to ride in the next race. I just want to ring and let you know I'll ride Diatribe in the Caulfield Cup. He'll win. He said, I'll ring you tomorrow. Thanks for ringing. Hung up. I got on Diatribe. I won the Caulfield Cup.
That's great. It's good, isn't it? Great story.
Yeah, great story. And George, or Mr. Hanlon, was 83 at the time. He gave me my riding instructions. And have you ever seen that? What's that bear that they put the stick and plaster all over and the bandages and everything? The bear happens every year. George Hanlon looked like him.
Yeah, he fell down the stairs.
He fell down the stairs.
Yeah,
he had plaster here, there, everywhere.
After the horse won, he was going down.
Yeah.
He was going down the stairs, coming
Fell
down
over.
to meet me and fell over. And, look, to win for George was amazing.
And two diametrically opposed rides. So Might and Power all the way.
Might and Power led all the way.
This thing out the back.
He set out the back. I never went around a horse. I just kept sneaking up on the fence, and I said to Mr. Hanlon at the time, I said, can I stick to the fence and ride him, go to sleep? I'll just keep creeping. And I knew that the Caulfield Cup, I've seen it many years. I've been in the same position. Once they get rolling after the 600, they start getting off the fence.
Fan up, yeah.
And there's 23 runners, 24 runners, and they end up three back, 8 deep.
Yeah.
So they're all, and I just kept sneaking up the fence, never left the fence. And to win for that day was one of the highlights of all my Group 1s.
Shane Dye one year on Vienna Cross went 81 deep, didn't he? That was fun.
Yeah, well, he actually bought a hot dog and got tomato sauce on the way past. Typical Billy Idol.
Riding the mile and a half at Caulfield. So we talk of interesting tracks, and you hear it all the time. Like a Sydney horse goes down to Caulfield, the Caulfield curse strikes again, couldn't handle the track. Riding that distance on that track, Bossy, what do you got to get right?
Yeah, it's very tricky because it's a bit of a sprint to the winning post. Like you got 24 runners, so you got half the field are going to commit to try and get that spot, which everyone wants. So it's a bit of a sprint to get that first turn. So there can be a lot of ruckus. So if you're drawn low, you're committed to kick up and hold your spot. Yes. If you're drawn wide, you're committed to go forward and try and get into the spot, or you're committed to go back. So there's a lot of things that can go on before that first turn. And we've always spoke about that. You can't win the race there, but geez, you can lose it, right?
You lose it the first corner.
So then you get to the 2,000 metre mark and it's a flat run. Then you get to the mile and you start climbing. Now listen, if you're not
turning.
Yeah, if you're not in a good spot from the mile, when you start going uphill and turning, you're shit out of luck. You're in a world of pain. So because you're turning right to the point where you get to the half mile, and then you start going downhill slightly, and then you start turning.
Start cambering back around.
So
It's like you're in a mountain bike race.
well, it's
very much like it.
It's a lot goes on in that race. It's a tactical race. I love riding it. I never got to win one.
Should you have?
Yeah, absolutely, I should have won one, but that's another story. But it's a great race to ride in because it's one of them races, you think a mile and a half, it's all pretty cool and sedate. We've got plenty of time. Holy shit. It's on from the time
A
you
lot
go.
happens.
A lot happens on the pumps.
I've always looked at it as the hardest mile and a half race to win anywhere
Like a sprint.
outside the Japan Cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's a race where so many different things can happen. And there's only a matter of things we can do in a race. So the decisions you make, if you have the right horse, are crucial.
Yeah.
Especially if you're on a winning chance.
It's a great race.
It's a
good
great race.
spectacle.
As Glen described it, beautiful. That first corner, you've got to be committed, whether you're in or out. If you're out, you've got to go back. Unless you're on a runner, you can get a good start, hopefully get across and get in. But then you've got to try and get them to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So
There's that fine line when
there's a
when
lot
you
of
come across
minuses and
firing up.
pluses about Caulfield.
Yeah.
And me backing a horse, I back the jockey that rides the track well.
Like a certain gentleman did in 1997 where he just decided to go to the front in a thing that was backing up after an Epsom handicap and just decide to lead in a mile and a half race, piss off at the 800 and win by 7.
Yeah, look, that was an amazing
That was the best day ever.
Yeah, amazing day. I just come back from the jockey's tape drama. I had to get my name and lights.
Might and power.
I put everything on the line this day. I was told not to do one thing. And I'll be honest, I didn't deliberately disobey what I was told to do, but my thoughts were better than the trainers, I thought.
So what about this though? Like the cheek of this little bastard. So he's been out for a while and he's found this horse called Might and Power. Now he's starting to he's found his rhythm. Yeah. He's found his timing. Like Pumps is walking around the room like he owns a joint, like he used to always do. So he's on. So that race, which I've told before, I was riding half a chance, but I didn't think it win. So he's leading. I'm 2 back on the fence.
Yeah.
We get to the 700 metre mark and he turns his head and he said, "Thanks for coming, guys." Like, he swore, "Thanks for
And I let him
coming."
go.
And I went, "What the did I just hear?" We're at the 600 metre mark in a Caulfield Cup and I heard he turned around and said, "Thanks for coming." And then just sailed off into the sunset. Like, it was a moment that I'll never forget. It was
a great
incredible.
day. Funny enough, Might and Power only had 52.5 kilos, so I had about 2 kilos to lose that day.
That day?
The day before, beg your pardon.
Yeah.
So on the Friday, I'm sitting in the sauna. I'm just about finished. I'm in the shower. I had hair then, don't worry. I had hair then. So I was washing my hair. And I'd been at the sauna with Darren Gauchi, who I sauntered a lot with in Melbourne because my great mate here never needed a sauna. Have a look at him.
Yeah.
So I've gone to the sauna. I'm having a shower and I'm thinking, I need to ring my manager. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I was rock hard fit. I had ripples. I had a 12 pack.
That went from 6 to 9 to 12.
Yeah,
I had
10 seconds.
6, no, I was just trying to think.
Every year gets
I had a
bigger.
12 pack. And don't worry, the pump had budgie smugglers then. So I did have a 12 pack. I had budgie smugglers. They were a little bit tied up, but they looked pretty good. I did from front and behind. So I figured to myself, I need to ring my manager. So I was staying at Crown Casino. And I rang my manager and I said, "Meet me in the whiskey bar. I'm going to have one whiskey and I'm going home." So I'm sitting there and I get the whiskey and I said, he's going, "What?" I said, "Hang on a minute." I said, "I'm going to lead in the Caulfield Cup tomorrow." He goes, "You're an idiot, pump." He goes, "If you're leading the Caulfield Cup tomorrow, Jack Denham will never give you another ride." But I backed Jack's ability. I've never seen a horse look so great parading in a Group 1 race, not the Caulfield Cup, a Group 1 race. And I still haven't today. If I had to say I've ever seen a horse parade good in a Group 1 race that I wanted to back, it was Might and Power. It just come off the Epsom that you said. He had 52 kilos. If I lead, I knew he could run 12 to the furlong to ride him to run a record, and he did.
After the race, who was gassed? The horse, the jockey, or the trainer, or the owner?
The trainer was gassed. I was sucking in a big one. All I wanted was a VB. But it was a turning point because I'd come from being down on the canvas to rising.
Pump was back.
I was on the front page Sunday morning, the back page. I think 4 weeks later, I wiped me butt with a piece of paper and I was still on it. So it was a time the cream had to come to the top.
Yeah.
And it was a day that I was lucky. I had the horse, the trainer, and Pump to do it.
What was the room like after that? I don't know if it's a long time ago.
No, listen,
Everyone was happy for him?
Yeah,
Look, everyone in the jocks room, sorry, Bossy, I never got so many high fives because all those guys, including Bossy, my age, had been through similar things. Not as long as while I was out, but had hiccups, highs and lows, but it's how you come back. And that was the thing I appreciated, especially from him. We're still good mates today, 40 years later. But those good blokes are always there. And jockeys, because we compete every day, we ride every day, and we go barrier trials every day, so we're together all the time. So it was special for me.
It was a pretty cool moment. It was a cool moment because we'd all realised what Pumps had been through and all the shit that he had to deal with. That it was, and then he's got this horse and just. When Pumps is on and he brings a bit of a light he brung a lot to the actual room.
Yeah.
I enjoyed being in the room.
Yeah, he loved it. He loved
with
it.
Bossy and 4 or 5 of the others that had a bit of spunk to them, made the day interesting because you're together for 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't strike me as the guy that would sit there in the corner just reading the form guide, keeping to yourself.
I didn't want to do the form. No. I just followed good jockeys like Bossy and Ollie and Nash and McAvoy.
He's such an introverted person.
I didn't have time to do form.
What about this year's Caulfield Cup? What do you think, Pumps? What do you think?
Mate, I seen a horse last week.
I think we've got our heads.
I just watched the race before and I had a little quinella, $5 quinella, and number 1 won it. And I said to the young gentleman outside, I said, when in doubt, back the top weight. So I'm going with the top weight in the Caulfield Cup. A friend of mine's got a share in it. I know he's been in Australia before. He's been at Flemington before. He was favourite 1 year. He didn't back up. He didn't stand up, I should say. But Vauban.
Yep.
Only thing that worries me, got 58.5, but the plus with the 58.5, which I think is a minus, which is giving me a plus, is Blake Shin.
Yeah, listen, when you got 58.5 and the minimum's 53.5, that's where the race sits, right? These races have become more like set weight penalty races. They're not like handicaps anymore.
No. So you've got 10 kilos between your field.
So you've got a horse who is a proper horse like Vauban, and I know he's had his few convictions and things haven't gone right in Melbourne Cups, but Gay's got him flying. He was a tragedy beaten in the Metropolitan.
I'm glad you said that because
I
thought I was looking at 2 televisions.
No, absolute tragedy beaten. Blake Shin is absolute flying, and we've been speaking. I said, this horse is a very good horse and can win the Caulfield Cup. Listen, the favourite Half Yours is drawn well. It's got the weight to win. Its last start in the Turnbull Stakes where it actually ran 4th.
Terrific.
Suggests it should be winning and it should be a favourite. But at the good odds, Vauban Absurd is another one. Yes. I reckon he's a better 1.25 mile horse than he is a 2 miler. Absurd from a good barrier can win. So you're going to get good odds about anything around Half Yours.
Mm.
Good quinella, exacta, stand out, Half Yours, Vauban, and then go the other way. You're going to get a run for your money if you back Vauban each way.
Yep.
Guarantee it.
Guaranteed.
Guarantee it.
There you go.
Blake Shin, we trust.
Yeah.
He's riding tremendous, mate.
And he's one of the best.
I think the 2 good jockeys riding really good at the moment from Melbourne, Blake Shin and Craig Williams.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I know this is unfair. It's on the spot. Give us your top 5 at the moment.
Riders?
Yeah.
In Australia?
Yeah.
Oh, that's easy. J-Mac, Blake Shin, Craig Williams. I'm going to put Timmy Clark in there. I love Timmy Clark. And
Damien Lane?
No, it's Mark Zara.
Oh, Mark
Zara is very, very, very good on his day.
Yeah. I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go the strongest jockey in Australia
Nash.
by 4 stubbies, VBs, Nash Ruella.
Nash. Naughty Nash.
I don't really rate jockeys where they
Like
stand
rankings.
with
Yeah.
rankings.
No.
But I'd say Nash, the strongest jockey in Australia by a week.
Yep.
J-Mac, Damien Lane, K-Mac, Willow, Blake Shin. He's a genius at the moment.
Yeah.
But then again, you could go on and on.
go on.
The Aussie jockeys we've got will hold their own anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world.
Yeah, anywhere in the
The
world.
workers, the world-class jockeys, a lot of jockeys we got here. And don't be scared to back the girls, boys, because we've got a lot of good lady riders here, and they're like that. They're like the stock market at the moment.
Yeah.
And I say that because they're getting more opportunities.
Yep.
And it's good to see that the good trainers, your Wallers, your Karen Mars, and you name them, Snowden, whoever, O'Shea, they're all using them. So what's that telling us?
And Mark Zara, just incidentally, how he rode Caulfield last week. Wow.
He's a freak.
Yeah, no, he's
Freak. Pound for pound. Pooh.
But he's like soil. He goes dormant in winter, and then all of a sudden,
no,
racing.
he's got a really good balance. So he disappears when
goes and enjoys
he's not needed,
enjoys himself.
and he goes and enjoys himself. But when
Like
he's
Bossy
there,
rises to his occasion when he
yeah, but when he's there, he's on. So
Yeah,
he's the type of jockey I want on my horse. Yeah.
100%.
Righto, we've talked about what you round about your chances. Let's get to it right now. It's Bossy's best with a bit of input from Pumper. So Bossy's best for Caulfield Cup and Everest Day. Caulfield, Randwick, one of the best days of racing anywhere in the world. And Bossy, we've got to do one thing before we get going, and that's
Yeah, I know.
like just
We haven't done it yet.
we haven't done it yet.
Gotta
Are we going to
cheers
get it
me-
right now?
I got to cheers me little mate here. Hang on one sec.
What are we doing, boys? What are we doing?
Oh,
He's got another
Don't be-
surprise.
Don't be suspicious.
He's got another
You're not in
surprise.
trouble. That's the main thing. This is a
good.
good thing.
I've been all right.
You know the look of one of
here
these
we
things.
go. Well, I only had 2 of them. My,
are you ready,
I
Pup?
reckon my 2 only got that size. Oh,
Well, the
yeah,
Caulfield
look out.
Cups.
Yeah.
Oh, he's done that before.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah. We'll share it with some of the crew here as well.
It's not a matter of who's the boss. He's a bit like ring-a-ding-ding. There's only one boss.
Here we go.
Right. Cheers to
Cheers to me,
winning
little
Melbourne
mate.
Cups, Caulfield Cups.
Caulfield.
Cheers, my mate. Love ya.
And here's to the Caulfield Cup and the greatest race on turf, the Everest.
Cheers, Pumps.
2 Melbourne Cups, 3 Melbourne Cups, 2 Caulfield Cups, an Everest, and just
Gee,
yelling,
you know when you
yelling at the television
You know
on
what,
Saturday.
Adam? When you
Yeah,
think
well, that was so good.
about our records collectively,
Yes.
how many majors we've won, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
If you win Group 1s, Group 2s, Group 3s, quite incredible.
It's up there.
I know one thing. We'd need a calculator.
Yes, exactly.
To count your money.
Not
Right.
yours. You won 3 cups. Only won 2.
Come on.
Speaking of money,
Rightio.
let's win some.
Let's make money.
Let's make some money as the champagne goes before Pumper drinks it all. Let's make some money. The Everest, a Group 1, one of the best sprint races, if not the best sprint race in the world. Glen Boss,
Yes.
which way are you going for 2025?
I'm going with Lady Shenandoah. I've been in her backyard the whole way. Mm-hmm. I'm just so gutted that J-Mac's not riding her, but I'm with Lady Shenandoah to win.
To knock off the favourite. Jim Cassidy, you with the fave?
I'm with the favourite. I don't think they can beat him.
Ka Ying
I
Rising.
think he will still beat them on a heavy track. And it ain't going to be a heavy track. I think he'll win, and I think he'll win by a length and a half, and we'll see Zach going,
Yep.
yee-hoo.
Just keep it in the family, huh?
Keep it in the family.
Yep.
Righto. The
King Charles.
So the King Charles, Group 1, 1,600 metres, $5 million. What a race. Which way we're going, gents?
Don't ignore the obvious. Mr. B, Mr. Brightside. He's the best miler in Australia, not by a little way, by a long way. He's got a great prep. He's had a great prep. He will be winning tomorrow on Everest Day, sorry.
I'm going the other way. I'm sticking with the new king of racing, Chris Waller, Fangirl, to beat Mr. Brightside and Raw Patronage for third.
Yep.
And Caulfield Cup, 2,400 metres, the mile and a half, the time-honoured. Jim Cassidy with 2 of them. Did it both ways, up front, from the back. Who wins this one, Pump?
I think Vauban to beat Half Yours I'm going to have an exacta. I'm going to stand him out on trifectas, and I'm going to keep betting at 11 to 1 each way all day, as Kiwi was in the Melbourne Cup.
Responsibly, of course.
Bet very responsibly.
Bossy?
Listen, I'm in Vauban. I think he can win it even at the price. Half yours to run well, but absurd is another one in the top three. I'm with Vauban though. Blakey Shin we trust in Blakey Shin.
How good's he riding?
Oh, my amazing.
Oh.
Wherever you're watching around Australia or the world, it's going to be a magnificent day of racing. One of the best, so it's just fantastic. And the crew from IPE, you see it right there, IPE events, they've got a big day ahead at Everest, so all your comfortable sporting watching needs looked after by IPE events, events.com.au. They take in rugby league big events, rugby union big events. They've got the F1s. They've got things coming out there, yin yang, and they've got a big day at the Everest as well, Bossy, which is sold out, but there's always next year.
Yeah, it's too late because it's going to be a big event. I'm going to bring my babies. I'll be there. It's the best day. We have one of the best spots on Everest Day. All the action's right in front of you. But if you miss out, guess what? The 4 days at Flemington.
Of course.
Get on the website, IP Events. Get down to Flemington. I'll be there running amok, having fun with my 3 kids. You got to come down. It's the best 4 days of the week.
No better week, boys. What a week of racing. What we have coming up is very, very special. I hope you enjoy it as much as the pump will watching. I will be in Narrabri watching you guys at Everest. But clickety-clack, I'll be back.
Yeah.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers, boys.
Who's the boss?
Who's the
Good
boss?
luck.
Cheers, boys.
Caulfield Cup Day,
Cheers,
Everest
mate.
Day. Good luck to everyone.
Love your work.
Hope you enjoyed that video. There's plenty more content like that on this platform. But Bossy, what do you need to do first?
Adam, like and subscribe.
It's that simple. Like and subscribe. Plenty more from Who's the Boss on the way.